Alright, buckle up, because your brain's about to get a serious upgrade. Ever wonder if your houseplants are secretly judging your interior design choices? Or if your next pizza craving will be delivered by a swarm of tiny, helpful robots? Yeah, me neither. But guess what? That's just the tip of the iceberg of weird and wonderful tech that's about to turn our world upside down. You're gonna want to stick around for this, trust me. Alright, let's dive headfirst into the future, shall we? Number 1, synthetic biology. Think of it as playing God with DNA. We're talking custom-designed organisms, bacteria that eat plastic, and maybe even glowing trees, because why not? It's like nature's Photoshop, and it's about to get wild. Next up, we've got advanced robotics. Forget those clunky factory arms. We're talking bots that can learn, adapt, and maybe even do your taxes. Imagine a robot that can cook, clean, and tell you hilarious jokes. Okay, maybe not the jokes part, but still, pretty cool, right? Then there's neuromorphic computing. Basically, we're building computers that think like brains. No more clunky code. We're talking lightning-fast AI that can actually learn and adapt. It's like giving computers a double shot of espresso and a philosophy degree. Hold on to your hats, because quantum computing is next. This is where things get seriously mind-bending. We're talking computers that can solve problems so complex, they'd make a supercomputer cry. Imagine breaking encryption codes, designing new materials, or even predicting the weather with pinpoint accuracy. It's like having a cheat code for the universe. And what about advanced materials? We're talking self-healing concrete, materials that change color on command, and maybe even invisibility cloaks. Imagine a world where your clothes can change color with your mood, or your house can repair itself after an earthquake. It's like living in a sci-fi movie, but for real. Let's not forget decentralized energy. Solar, wind, and maybe even those tiny nuclear reactors they're talking about. Imagine a world where your house powers itself, and you can tell the power company to take a hike. It's like sticking it to the man, but with clean energy. Now prepare for precision medicine. We're talking tailor-made treatments based on your DNA. Forget one-size-fits-all medicine. We're talking cures designed just for you. It's like having a personal doctor who knows your body better than you do. And how about brain-computer interfaces? We're talking controlling computers with your mind. Imagine typing an email just by thinking about it, or playing video games with your brain. It's like telekinesis, but for nerds. Then there's space technologies. We're talking asteroid mining, space tourism, and maybe even colonizing Mars. Imagine going on vacation to the moon, or getting your rare Earth metals straight from a rock floating in space. It's like turning science fiction into reality. Don't forget advanced AI. We're talking AI that can write stories, compose music, and maybe even create art. Imagine an AI that can write a better screenplay than Hollywood, or compose a symphony that makes you cry. It's like giving creativity a supercharger. How about personalized education? We're talking learning tailored to your strengths and weaknesses. Forget boring lectures. We're talking interactive, engaging education that actually makes you want to learn. It's like having a personal tutor who knows exactly how you learn best. And then there's urban farming. We're talking vertical farms, rooftop gardens, and maybe even growing food in abandoned subway tunnels. Imagine fresh local produce grown right in the middle of the city. It's like bringing the farm to the city but without the cows. Let's talk autonomous vehicles. We're talking self-driving cars, delivery drones, and maybe even flying taxis. Imagine a world where you never have to drive again, and your pizza arrives by drone. It's like living in a futuristic utopia, but with more pizza. Next up, we've got cybersecurity 2.0. We're talking AI-powered defense systems, quantum-resistant encryption, and maybe even hacking the hackers. Imagine a world where your data is safe from cyber attacks, and the bad guys are always one step behind. It's like having a digital bodyguard. And don't forget 3D bioprinting. We're talking printing organs, tissues, and maybe even entire limbs. Imagine replacing damaged organs with custom-printed ones, or growing new skin to heal burns. It's like having a biological printer in your doctor's office. Let's dive into advanced energy storage. We're talking batteries that last forever, supercapacitors that charge in seconds, and maybe even storing energy in thin air. Imagine a world where your phone never dies, and your car charges in the time it takes to grab a coffee. It's like having unlimited power at your fingertips. Then there's the metaverse. We're talking immersive virtual worlds, augmented reality, and maybe even living entirely in the digital realm. Imagine exploring virtual worlds, interacting with digital avatars, and maybe even working and playing in the metaverse. It's like stepping into a video game, but for real. And what about smart materials? We're talking materials that can change shape, adapt to their environment, and maybe even repair themselves. Imagine clothes that adjust to the temperature, or buildings that can morph to resist earthquakes. It's like having materials that are alive. How about human augmentation? We're talking exoskeletons, brain implants, and maybe even gene editing. Imagine enhancing your physical and mental abilities with technology, or even extending your lifespan. It's like becoming a real-life superhero, but with science. Finally, we've got distributed ledger technology. We're talking blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and maybe even a new internet. Imagine a world where transactions are secure, transparent, and decentralized. It's like having a financial system that's built on trust. So there you have it, 20 emerging technologies that are about to change the world as we know it. Get ready because the future is coming and it's going to be wild. Share your experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to stay updated on the latest in technology and AI.